Hi everyone, my name is Joelle Ernst. I work at New York State DEC's Bureau of Fisheries. I'm the coordinator of fisheries education and outreach for the state. And today I just wanted to show you guys a little bit about how to cast a spin casting rod. So this is a spin casting rod. It's probably the most basic rod for beginning fishing. This is the one I would definitely recommend. A spin casting rod is also known as a push button rod. So it has this button here on top, and that's what you use to cast out your fishing line, your bait, your bobber, everything. So with a spin casting rod, the reel, that's this thing, it's a closed-faced reel, so that means the line is being housed inside of this. The reel always stays on top, so it doesn't go like this, it stays on top. To cast your fishing rod, you're gonna put your right hand underneath the rod and you're gonna put your thumb on the button. When you push that button in and let go, as I mentioned, that's what lets your bobber and your worm and everything out onto the water. So you're gonna wanna hang on to that button until you're ready to cast it out onto the water. To bring your bobber and your worm and everything back up, you're gonna go forward. You're gonna reel forward like this. You don't wanna reel your bobber to the tip of your fishing rod because it will get stuck and it will be harder to cast the next time around. So leave a little bit of space between your bobber and the tip of the rod. To cast, again, right thumb on the button, you're gonna come back slowly, very slowly, because if you're fishing with a bobber and a worm, it can be very easy to get your bobber hung up around your rod. So you wanna go back very, very slowly, forward and let go. It's kind of like throwing a baseball. When you would let go of a ball is when you would let go of that button. And only let go of the button, because if you let go of the whole rod, then you're gonna have to go out in the water and get your rod. So once you cast safely, you're gonna reel until you hear a clicking noise. That's what engages your line. So if you don't do that and you hook into a fish, then they can take your line on the other side of the lake. So you wanna make sure you reel once or twice till you hear that click noise. Now you're ready to go. So when you are fishing, safety is really the name of the game. When you are casting, it's super, super important to look behind you to make sure there's nobody there. So always look behind you before casting. Also, if you're moving from one spot to the next, rather than running down the shoreline and having your hook fly all over the place, good way to hold on to your fishing rod is to either place your hand here and your other hand on the line and walk that way, or many times fishing rods have a hook holder. You could just take your hook and hook it into the hook holder and walk to the next spot that way. With bobber and worm fishing, patience is the name of the game. You want to let your bobber sit out there, wait for the bobber to dunk under the water, and then you would reel forward. If you're sitting outside or you're standing there for a while and there isn't much action, or your bobber starts coming closer to shore, that's when you can reel back in. Again, you move forward with the reel this way, and you can reel it back in, and again, cast it back out. So again, right thumb on the button, back nice and slowly, and forward. When it comes to casting, it's really about finesse. We're not trying to zing it out there and reach the other side of the lake. Many times these sunfish, whatever species you're fishing for, are hanging out close to the shore. So it's really about a nice accurate cast when you're casting any type of fishing rod. With kids, I like to recommend, they sell casting plugs. You can get them at many major sporting goods stores. A casting plug is great. You could just tie it on the end of your line, and your kids or you could practice casting in the backyard. So once you get the casting down, then it's really up to the fish to bite. So have fun.